Hey, good morning, you guys. I just fed my birdies, and look at all their little footprints in the snow on the deck. I gave them some extra seed this morning because it's cold out, but we didn't get any more snow. Can't really see it. It's heating up. My pond across the street there is starting to freeze. So this is good. We'll have a white Christmas. Let's see. I was up late last night. Up late. Good morning, Stuart. Look at you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe tomorrow's solstice already. And then Santa's coming at the end of the week. Oh my goodness, this girl better get busy. I was able to accomplish quite a bit last night, and my plan is to do the same today. Tom and Nick will be coming home later on, but I'm just going to work all through the day. I'll take a shower later. Maybe I'll take a break at some point and show you a couple journals, and then it's back to work again. I told you I'm good under pressure, but we'll see. Whee! Anyway, let's go over here. I'm gonna keep it to this side of the house because you would not believe what's going on my kitchen table right now. It's a disaster. Okay, December 20th. Persistence. Have the will to win. Go after it. Remember that work will win where wishing won't. Well, let's have the chant for that. Work will win where wishing won't. Work will win where wishing won't. Okay, guys. I already drew for today, and it was, I love synchronicity. It was perfect, perfect. Ace of Cups, new beginnings, like overflowing abundance and good emotion and positive flowing feelings. Just a really good cup for being, getting started with new projects. And anyway, let's see. Cups represent emotions, love, happiness, creativity. Aces always represent beginnings. Cups are a water sign: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The direction is west. Ace of Cups, overflowing abundance, great sexuality and fertility, joy, contentment, success, nourishment, and positive matters of the heart, love, very positive, faithfulness, creative or artistic projects begun. There we go. Productiveness, beauty and pleasure, emotion, grace, happiness, the beginning of something wonderful, new spiritual insight, conception of a child. Oh, no, unless it's miraculous. Good health to come, the essence of beauty, joy and love, peace in matters of the heart. Well, how's that for a nice card for the day? Okay, guys. Let's, come over here. All right. Charge this. I got a lot of positive response about him. I'm glad you guys liked him. I'm going to try to do a few more, but need to get some more clay already. Yeah, someday I'll have unlimited money for craft supplies. That day is not yet here, but I'm hoping it will. I added a couple candles to the altar last night. Okay, today is all about preparing a Yule log. The Yule log is key to the celebration of this festival. If you're lucky, you'll be able to find a good log in your local woodland. If you're not fortunate in this respect, you may have to buy a small bag of logs and select one from these. Your log should be of a size to take enough candles so that everyone attending your Yule ritual will be able to have one. That would be me. It should also have one surface flat enough so that it will not rock when the candles have been lit. Once you have your log, carefully remove dirt and surface insects. If you have planned ahead, then leaving your log in a warmish environment will help to evict any insects which may have burrowed under the bark. Ideally, the candles should be gold for the sun, but if gold are not available, then orange or another sun color can be substituted. You want one for everyone taking part in the ritual and one extra. There are two ways of fixing your candles to the log. The first is to use a power drill to make a suitable size hole for each candle. Otherwise, you will need a hammer and a quantity of smallish nails. For each candle, hammer in 3 or 4 nails in a pattern sufficiently tight to wedge the candle between them. Do not drive them all the way into the wood. This takes some practice, and you may find you need several trial runs. Your log is now ready for Yule. And then the words of the day, help comes most readily to those who ask for it. Yeah, that's one lesson I had to learn after losing my leg. I was always the one who everyone went to for help, and all of a sudden I was the one asking for help. It was a great lesson. Yeah. So, anyway, you guys, all right, I'm going to get working again, and I'll see you in a little while, and we will look at a couple journals, okay? So, it's going to be another short vlog today, she says. Haha, it'll probably be an hour and a half. See you in a minute. Okay, you guys, I'm hustling today. I figured while I'm waiting for my hair to dry, we'll do a couple journals. And I put on my Spinal Tap shirt today. This reminds me of my old concert jerseys. This was like my uniform in high school. But comment, turn it up to 11 if you're a Spinal Tap fan. Can't get enough of that movie. I actually saw Unwigged and Unplugged, a live show that they did in the city a few years ago. That was freaking amazing. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to dive right in, you guys. And this would be my February 2015 journal. Look at me trying to add dangles on the side. This is not something that is really me. It's more me trying to emulate someone else's style. Although I love how they look. I want things, I don't know. Look at me being a Virgo. This I made out of cereal boxes as well. A la Jenny Belly. And I covered this with, I don't know. I would have to look back in the videos. I think brown paper bag and then acrylic paint. And this is cloth too. So, and I also, this journal was created using inspiration sticks from the Crazy Island family. So I did 10 prompts per page, and that really forced me out of my comfort zone, and it was a good thing. I really enjoyed it, and I think it might be time for me to do some more Crazy Island family prompts, or just prompts in general. Where do you guys get your prompts, if you use any? I've never even, like, really researched it. Claudia Rossi was the first person, honestly, that I saw do it. I was a newbie last year, and, I don't know, do you guys have any recommendations for places to find prompts? Pinterest, is that a good place? Anyway, I'm going to be quiet and just show you. These opening pages, I don't know, I dated, and I think I was just playing around. This, I definitely, was a technique that I saw Inette Kessler do with masking tape and doing different pictures in each box. So I like how that came out. Oh, I love this next page. And I'm not going to go through what prompts I use for what. I'll just show you the pages. This is a graphic that I got from the Graphics Fairy for free. These hearts are done with raised texture paste. I believe it was either homemade or golden. Not sure. This was a card from Graphic 45 paper that I had gotten. These stars were covered in foil and just kind of etched on. Tried to make them look like they were riveted. This was a stamp. Gypsy. Yeah. We all got a bit of the gypsy soul in us, right? Okay, I told you I love song lyrics. This one says, Sunshine of Your Love. Great Cream song. Thumbs up, any Cream fans out there? Or Eric Clapton in general. There's a great documentary on Netflix on Ginger Baker. That's really good. This is a raised wooden peace sign. And here are some little flowers that, again, is not something that I would normally do, but I did. So just double-sided. Again, this feels really good to be going through these again right now. So they live in this little pocket. And I told you it's not something I'm drawn to, but I was trying to go out of my comfort zone. There's more of that graphic 45 paper, really nice. Here's some postcards. This was, I love the Catskills, and I live in the Catskill Mountains, Hudson Valley. This is a postcard from my dear sister Patty Greco Sunshine. I showed you her store. That's from the Funky Hippie Chic Boutique. Here's a postcard, a workshop that was done by Alex and Allison Gray. Any Alex Gray fans out there? It's freaking amazing. I did not attend that workshop. I wish I did. He's just really trippy. This is a piece of speaking of wallets, this was an old wallet that a piece of an old wallet that I used to have that was made out of hemp, and I didn't want to throw it out, so I just threw it in here. This is just washi tape, acrylic. This next page I love. This drawing is a drawing that I had done years ago, inspired by the work of Brian Froud. And it was just colored pencil, and I cut it out and I put it on this page along with that clock with some gears from the graphic 45 paper. There's some copper plumbing tape that I etched into. You could see in the background there's drywall tape, acrylic paint and dyes. And then I made a pocket, again, out of that graphic 45 paper with a tag, which I was trying to be very steampunk, and I love this tag. And actually, it's funny, I didn't realize that. It says on the back, steampunk. And then, yeah, I really like this tag a lot. I did it with the foil again, and you could see the drywall tape. And these were pieces of metal. I glued all these things down, pieces of cardboard, on a piece of cardboard, and then covered it with this foil tape and burnished it down so everything showed through. And then I tried to make it look like there were rivets. And then I covered it with black acrylic paint and wiped it off. And on the end, there's some more of those clock gears. I couldn't get enough. I had bought an eyelet punch, so I punched an eyelet, and yeah, it's one of my very first tags, and I really like it. Oh, and I just realized this pocket is made out of a toilet paper roll. So again, I was learning here, being very inspired by the works of others. Sorry, I'm like half on the couch and half off. Okay, here's another. I'll show you one side at a time. Another tag made out of a toilet paper roll, and acrylic paint, watercolor paper, stamp. I had gotten, I see sheet music or tissue paper in the background. That's probably the Tim Holtz Melange paper. Washi tape. Stenciling. This page I like a lot. I love that pointy finger. I'm sorry, you guys, I can't see. CB and TM, me and Tom. Here's a raised texture paste. The brick walls, that's a stencil. The guys are collage, and the duck is collage, obviously. This is a real example of a page that I never would have come up with on my own. And the inspiration sticks kind of pushed me outside of my box, and I liked it. Same thing with this next one. Really, really not my style, but what is my style? I don't know. I'm learning. So this was 2 pages, but different acrylic paint, same kind of border. I remember doing that Zentangle border at the cave one night. I had taken it with me over to Tom's and just, I told you I was in this Zentangle craze. But acrylic paint, and this tab here. Huh. Says, I am my own hero. I forgot about this. And then the words to Wind Beneath My Wings. Did you ever know that you're my hero and everything I wish I could be? I could fly higher than an eagle, for you are the wind beneath my wings. And yeah. I forgot about that. Okay. Another example of something that I wouldn't have done that I really like. The hearts are Shrinky Dinks. Oh, no, they're not. They're polymer clay. Little polymer clay. And I like this page. Good Morning Starshine. I've done a few journal pages, and actually the top of my YouTube banner is another version of a Good Morning Starshine page that I had done. More polymer clay hearts. I'm big on drawing suns. I always have been into celestial things. Lots of background stuff there. Stamping and painting. And here's one. I like this. I like the kind of banner at the top with the dangles. Got into that for a while. I'm comfortable with drawing faces for the most part. Not that I can't use work, please. We can all, I could use a lot of work actually. But I'm not as comfortable painting them and things like that, so that I need to work on that a lot. This page I like. This also contains a drawing that I had done years ago that I just incorporated into this, and this was definitely done. This whole journal was done with the inspiration sticks. But he's kind of a cat boy, cat person. It's corrugated cardboard. Little collage element. This next page, again, just a lot going on. Just playing, you know? Speaking of just playing, must have been giving the birdies some suet that day. And this is, I live very near this. This is a national landmark. I'm very near the world's largest garden gnome. And there's actually a picture of my kids and I posed underneath this gnome. And my ex, Mark, who I'm still friends with, we have a picture who looks like this, kind of. Mark looks like Jerry Garcia. We had, my friend Jeffy photoshopped Mark's head on this gnome, and I have that picture, and it's adorable. But so this gnome means a lot, and I feel honored that it's very nearby, and I could visit it whenever you want. And it's so cool. Oh, this is, I must have been like trying to put in personal memorabilia, ephemera and things like that. I had gotten some of my very first Happy Mail from my dear friend Lynn from Lynn's Crafts. So I have her business card in here. And that meant a lot to me. And all of you guys' mail to me means the world to me. And just know that if you send me something, I will always, always send you something back. It just takes me a little time sometimes. So be patient, but you'll always get a return swap or package or whatever, note, whatever. Same thing with this next piece. Looks like there's an auction label, something from an onion package, and a very old coupon for Baco's bacon bits. Like a super old coupon for 15 cents off your next purchase. And something interesting you might not know about Baco's. Not that I eat a lot of Baco's, but I could because they're vegan, in addition to Oreos and many other things. But junk food is junk food. You want to stay away from processed food. If it comes in a box, pretty much you don't want to eat it. But occasionally it's okay. So if I chose to, I could overload on Bacos because no pigs were harmed in the making of that product. They contain no animal products at all. So I didn't know that though when I put that coupon down. There's also a, I showed you, right? Yeah. And there's also on the back a copy of one of my prescriptions, a piece of Dentine ice wrapper, which I'm still struggling with that addiction. I never have it too far from me. This is like this and coffee are the last of my vices. And I wanted to thank Hannah and Derek from High Carb Hannah and Life in a Box. I love them. I should link to them below. Hannah was talking about, you know, coffee and everything. And honestly, you guys, I've gone from 2 pots a day down to, well, I shouldn't, I was doing really good for a while, like 1 or 2 cups, but my consumption has upped recently. So I think that's something I need to work on for the new year as well, is saying goodbye to this because it's just awful and loaded with artificial sweeteners and yuck, and the coffee. Like, even if I could just do 1 cup a day in the morning, I would be happy with that. But I substitute it for water, and it's not good. My skin is dry. Yada. How did I go there? Anyway, oh, speaking of all these things, the Arity store, Spirit and Beauty, this is another wonderful, wonderful store that is nearby my home. You guys can find this on Facebook. I'm not sure if they're online. They probably are, but definitely they're on Facebook. And speaking of wellness and wholeness and health, that's where I go to get my essential oils, the body oil that I use. We get patchouli soap there. Tom and I will go for some chai latte and just read a book and hang out and absorb the atmosphere. They sell jewelry and crystals and incense and holistic things, and just, it's a wonderful, wonderful store run by some amazing people. And if you have not ever checked it out, check it out. And then this was a postcard that I had had on my refrigerator forever. I don't know who the artist is, but I can't take credit for it. I just think it's cool. And this last page, I did stamping, etc., and I put a copy of the Oneness Prayer, which is kind of a Native American prayer, and it says, "Beloved One, Creator, Sustainer, and Dissolver of all life, let us remember that we are fractals of you, no more separate than fingers from the hand that moves. May we know deeply, without a doubt, that all of life is moved by your divine hand, and separation is a delusion. Let us wake up from the nightmare of separateness that keeps us struggling in fear, and come home to our true nature, peaceful, powerful, joyful, and in love with all of life. Consciousness is rising. The time is now." I just thought that was great. So, and more trim. So, yay! The journals are home, and they feel really good. And I saw yesterday in some of the comments, and I love you guys. Thank you for your comments that people are getting inspired to start journaling again. So join me in January for journaling. January journal joining. Yeah, JJJ. Okay, what time? We got 18 minutes. You guys, should I do one more? Let me do one more because this is really going to be it for the vlog today. Again, I'm nose to the grindstone in a very good, positive way. I feel really happy. I feel very productive. So let me, without further ado, show you one more, and then we'll call it a night. So this was, wow. Okay, you know what this was? You don't know what this was. This journal is a combination of my journal by 5 that I did with Shannon Green. Shout out to Shannon Green for the inspiration for that, and that was a whirlwind. Woo! I have a series of videos on my journaling by 5 experience, old videos if you'd like to check them out. And then I took that journal and combined it with the inspiration sticks from Crazy Only Family. So Shannon actually joked that if Journaling by 5s and Crazy Only Family had a baby, this is what it would have been. And I love my cover that I did. This is all collage. And This was an existing collage that I had on a composition notebook from years ago. And I cut it out and I put it on this. And these pictures all came from various catalogs. A lot of from the Pyramid collection, Gypsy Rose catalog, some Celtic catalogs that I get. Look at this, the Jolly Green Giant. And same thing with on this side. So this is the back. Okay. And then, yeah, so this, I have no idea what happened here, except for what I told you. Journaling by Fives and Crazy Island Family. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna, I can't even explain what happened here. If you don't know anything about Journaling by Fives, check it out. It's totally haphazard, random, slapdash, mad, run to the finish line. But these pages are loaded with texture. I believe it's paint and ink, stamping and stenciling, collaging, like a focal point. Am I doing this right? Words and images, and then like doodling. Is that right? I think so. Okay, next page. I kind of tried to face off the pages by using that Tim Holtz tissue paper, and honestly, I wasted a bunch of it because there was no need for me to do that. But I wanted to. Here's another page. So it's just paint and collage and going over and randomness. If you haven't ever done Journaling by Fives, check it out, because especially for a organized Virgo like myself who wants, I want to think over every decision and really pay attention. It forces you out of that comfort zone. You don't have time to think. You're on a time, you're literally have a timer running. So, okay. Again, I faced it, and this one says Wheels of Change. Lots of collage, lots of texture. Wow. So I really cannot explain these. I just let go and let it go. This one says Star Quality. I hope you're seeing these okay. Yeah, the texture is amazing. There's just layers and layers. This says Inspiration and Creative Spark. It's dark, but it's kind of cool. It's very rich. Can't see what you're seeing. I showed you in yesterday's journal at one point there was a Zentangle of my hand and there were two graphics of bat women. Well, this is a big bat girl. I love that graphic. Don't ask. Not me. Shannon made me do it. I'm peeking underneath here so I could see what you're seeing. Never hide. This page was inspired by a page I saw, Vicky Papono. Excuse me, Vicky, if I murdered your name. She had done a mixed media page, not exactly like this, but it had a guitar and it inspired me. And this is wire, and there's a real guitar pick, and I liked it. It is what it is. There's some enjoy the journey. What a long, strange trip it's been. Home is where the art is. And these were cards from that Graphic 45 paper. Ah, yes. Life is good. The Mad Hatter. Life is good. Admit one. The ticket. Life is good. Even when it's hard. And then, life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Love truly. Laugh uncontrollably and never regret anything that made you smile. And we're getting near the end. Oh, wow. I guess I painted her directly on all this texture, and she looks a little funky. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Just breathe. Bruce Lee said that. Birds on a wire. And I like this one a lot. Enjoy this moment. I love the colors. This is a homemade stamp that I made. These black ones. And that's it. So that's it for today, you guys. And honestly, when I started these journals, my goal was to do one journal a month for the year out of different, a different type of a journal. And there was one more. I wound up with 9. The month of May, I actually did a handwritten journal. And so I did 9 out of 12. Look, I didn't finish the year, but 9 out of 12, I could have had a baby. I'm very happy with what I did. And this chronicles a lot of my progress as an artist, and I'm totally happy with that. But my point is that I'm willing to start again in January and keep at it. And my goal would be to at least have some type of a journal for the month. Not to have it be a chore, not to have it be a job, to have it be a joy, and to help stretch myself. So again, if you guys are aware of any good sites for journal prompts, things like that. I may be joining the new Gina and Cindy Utter group for their journaling journey that's going to start in January. Lots of journaling journeys starting in January. But yeah, you guys have a beautiful day. I'm going to get back to business here, and I will see you tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm eating today. Probably leftovers. It's going to be on the fly. I'm going to try not to drink too much coffee, but hope you guys are having a stress-free, or as much as possible, holiday season. Beautiful Yule. Blessed be. I will see you guys tomorrow, and turn it up to 11. Bye-bye. Taking a lunch break. Leftover bow tie pasta with baby spinach, fresh tomatoes, black olives, and tons of garlic. Heaven. See you tomorrow, you guys.